2100 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says Pakistan fully supports Turkey's efforts in its fight against terrorism. The Prime Minister has directed the provincial governments to take strict action against profiteers and hoarders to provide relief to the people. The Foreign Minister has said people of Pakistan attach high hopes to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation for the resolution of the Kashmir issue. The Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting has welcomed the statement of the Iranian Foreign Minister regarding persecution of the Indian Muslims. In occupied Kashmir, a protest demonstration was jointly organized by Muslim, Sikh and Dalit organizations in Jammu today against the revocation of Kashmir's special status and massacre of innocent Muslims in New Delhi. China says the peace agreement between the United States and the Taliban will play a positive role in political settlement of the Afghan issue. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says Pakistan fully supports Turkey's efforts in its fight against terrorism. In a telephonic call made to President Recep Tayyip Erdogan today to condole the death of Turkish soldiers in Idlib, he reaffirmed the support for Turkey's legitimate security and humanitarian concerns in the region and also lauded its humanitarian assistance, including through hosting millions of Syrian refugees. While appreciating Turkey's hosting of millions of refugees, Prime Minister Imran Khan called upon the international community to help Turkey bear this enormous burden. He also offered to extend all possible support and assistance from Pakistan in this regard. The Prime Minister also stressed that the international community should come forward and play its role towards finding a political solution to the Syrian conflict, as well as addressing the prevailing humanitarian crises. Prime Minister Imran Khan says it is among the top priorities of the incumbent government to provide roof over the head to the people from low income and salaried class. Addressing a ceremony in connection with the government's low-cost housing program in Islamabad today, he said provision of houses at less cost by a philanthropic organization is a big step. The Prime Minister said due to lack of foreclosure laws, the rate of constructing houses on mortgage is very low in Pakistan. He expressed the hope that after a decision by the court, this process will be accelerated. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed the provincial governments to devise an effective mechanism for measuring demand and supply of edible items in the country to provide relief to the people. Briefing the media on the meeting of the Federal Cabinet in Islamabad today, the Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan, said Prime Minister directed the provincial governments to take strict action against profiteers, adulterers and hoarders and ensure provision of edible items of daily use to the people on affordable rates. She said Prime Minister took notice of the reports of corporal punishment to children in schools and directed the minister concerned to devise a course of action to stop this practice. The Minister of Energy, Umar Ayub Khan, presented a comprehensive roadmap on the demand and supply of electricity, high rates of utility bills, circular debt, and infrastructure and related issues. It was also informed that an effective legislation is being prepared to deal with power pilferage. He directed for finding out of box solution for energy losses and power distribution and to set medium and long-term goals. Imran Khan decided that the bill on Pakistan Medical Commission be passed on priority basis in cooperation with all the political parties. The cabinet was given a detailed briefing on the situation on coronavirus in the country. In all 5 cases of coronavirus have been reported so far. The cabinet was informed that all the entry points to the country are being strengthened to screen the people coming into the country. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says people of Pakistan have high hopes attached to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation as it has always raised its voice for the resolution of the Kashmir issue. Briefing the media in Islamabad today along with the OIC Secretary General Special Envoy for Jammu and Kashmir Yusuf M. Al-Dobieh, he said the situation of occupied Kashmir has become critical with the lockdown continuing for the last 7 months. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said the special envoy was briefed in detail on human rights situation in occupied Kashmir as well as the discriminatory laws and communication blocked by the Indian occupation authorities. He said the visiting dignitary was also briefed on the situation along the line of control and the targeting of innocent civilians by the Indian forces. The foreign minister said carnage of minorities, especially the Muslims, continues in India. He said Muslims were massacred in the Indian capital, New Delhi, where the police and security forces acted as silent spectators. The minister said the Indian steps pose a serious threat to peace and security in the region, an example of which was manifested in February last year when both India and Pakistan came to the brink of a war. Speaking on the occasion, the Special Envoy for Jammu and Kashmir Yusuf M. Al-Dobieh said the Organization of Islamic Cooperation has always strongly supported the resolution of Kashmir issue. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan, has welcomed the statement of the Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif, who has condemned the persecution of Indian Muslims. In a series of tweets today, she said no civilized society or country can support such an oppression and there is a dire need of steps by the Western world and Muslim countries to protect the innocent Indian Muslims. Firdaus Ashik Awan said the world is united in condemning and raising its voice against genocide of minorities by the Indian government, especially Muslim community. This is Radio Pakistan. The third International Pakistan Army Team Spirit Competition 2020 is underway at the National Counter-Terrorism Centre and surroundings near Khariyan. 7 teams from Pakistan Army, Pakistan Air Force and international teams and representatives from 16 countries including Belarus, China, Egypt, Germany, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, the Maldives, Palestine, Russia, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Turkey, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, United States of America and Uzbekistan are participating in the 3-day-long event. The Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi says Pakistan Navy is ready to thwart any aggression posed by the enemy. He was speaking at the culmination of Pakistan Navy's major maritime exercise, Sea Spark 20 in the North Arabian Sea. Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi reiterated the resolve of the Pakistan Navy to stand fully prepared to ensure seaward defense and safeguard the national maritime frontiers against wider threat spectrum. Ambareen Jan, the Deputy Director General Press Information Department, took additional charge as the Director General Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation today. She visited all sections of the Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation to get orientation on their working. The Director News and Current Affairs, Abdul Hadi Mayar, briefed the new Director General about the performance of different sections of news and current affairs and social media. In occupied Kashmir, a protest demonstration was held in Jammu today against the revocation of Jammu and Kashmir's special status by India, the ongoing military siege and internet gag in the Kashmir Valley, and massacre of innocent Muslims at the hands of the Hindu extremists in New Delhi. According to Kashmir Media Service, the protest was jointly organized by Muslim, Sikh and Dalit organizations outside the press club in Jammu. China says the United States and the Taliban peace agreement will play a positive role in promoting a political settlement of the Afghan issue. At a press conference in Beijing, China's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Liqian said China welcomes the signing of this agreement between the United States and the Taliban. He said Beijing firmly supports a broad and inclusive peace and reconciliation process that is Afghan-led and Afghan-owned. In the 16th match of the Pakistan Super League in Lahore, Quetta Gladiators chasing a victory target of 210 runs against Lahore Qalandars were 14 runs for the loss of no wicket in 1.4 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Lahore Qalandars scored 209 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. And finally, the weather. Rain with wind and thunderstorm is expected in Islamabad, Central and Upper Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, North Balochistan and Kashmir during the next 24 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.